Alright, Football Nation, it's your boy Ben on Let's Discuss Football Show. Let's talk about the transfer window. As we all know, this is one of the busiest periods in football history, where players come and go, where they find solace. If they are not feeling comfortable in the team they are, they can move to any other team they feel like is very comfortable to them, and they would continue their career over there. It's just a normal thing, and it's a period and it's a time for every single team to reinforce their team, or team that wants to build a different kind of mentality and a different kind of player quality in their various teams and sports. This is the period they do all these things, and as we all know, there are a lot of teams that really need to reinforce their team a lot, most especially some big teams per se. Teams like Real Madrid, Liverpool, Manchester City, Chelsea, United, Barcelona somehow, and a few other teams as well. But particularly, I'm going to talk about Chelsea and their transfer, because we all know that since the new era of the new owners in Chelsea, the Blue Co and Group, they have spent a lot of money on players. They've spent a lot of money acquiring players, because when they came in with this so-called project of building the team on young players around 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. As it stands now, Chelsea cannot buy a player that is above 21 as a new player to the team unless the player is already in the team. So now, that is a project they came with. We know that so many teams have been doing it in recent years, and it's working, because when players are young, they have more energy, they have more physicality, and they have time to improve, and they are easily controlled by the manager. They can easily adapt into new play style, and they are not really going to be a burden to the manager. They are very much easy to be disciplined. You get? So I feel like it is a nice idea, but despite that, there are things that are supposed to be done for this project to work. At least every single position, every single department of that team needs an experience. In the attack, if you have young players throughout without an experience, they might be creating 25 chances in a single game and they will be able to score only 2. Yes, because these young stars, most of them are not even experienced enough to know what to do when games get tough. You understand? Most of them are scared when they get in front of the goal. Most of them, they really need to master certain plans, certain things. They need to learn how to be more clinical in front of goal. So this is why when you have an experienced player in the midst of these young stars, you will be encouraging them, you'll be helping them out on the pitch. Giving them some kind of reassurance, letting them know what is necessary to do at every point in time. So that's how it happens in every department, in the midfield, in the defense too. But whereas you have where you have just young players of almost the same age, they are all age mates. Who is going to teach the other? Nobody has an experience more than the other. So it is something that needs a lot of attention and concentration to build. Yes, even the captains are very young. Chelsea captain at this point in time should be at his 25 or 26 years. Do you get? So I feel like it is a very nice project, but a lot of work needs to be done, because they are all potential world-class players. They would be world-class players if they are being taken care of, if they improve, and if they have managers that can improve them. That is one thing I give Enzo Maresca accolades for this season, because season before he came, that was under Mauricio Pochettino, the Chelsea team solely depended on Copama, and that was at a point people started calling Chelsea Copama FC. Yes, even the manager himself said it. I can remember second leg of the Premier League match against Arsenal that season. Chelsea lost 5-0 to Arsenal, and it was all as a result that Copama was not feeling well and he couldn't play in that match. And that was the only match they lost the highest throughout that season, even till this season. Do you get? So now when this manager came, he's a young manager and he has this ability of blending more with younger players and trying to improve them. So now the team currently really improved this season. Though they struggled at some point in time after Christmas, Chelsea was struggling a lot. after being very much high at the top of the table, they started struggling. All of a sudden, they left second position and they were even struggling to get into top 4. But at the end of the day, thank God that they made top 4 and Champions League qualification. But Maresca did a lot of job. Almost every player in that team improved, apart from a player that didn't want to improve, players like Jackson. Though Jackson scored some impossible goals that we didn't even expect of him to score, rather than his tappings he normally scores. But we saw the zeal, we saw the fight. Kopama was delivering, but not just Kopama. Enzo Fernandez, out of the blue moons, he came out, started becoming the main man. Look at the finals, he got Chelsea the equalizer. It's an incisive runs, being present in the opposition box, delivering accurate, final third passes, making things happen in the team. To create very wonderful, like one of the most enjoyable improvements from the team this season. A left back that had he had, I think, 8 assists and 5 goals in a single season. That was a player that Chelsea almost loaned to Manchester United. Even at that point, United was even rejecting him because he was being considered as a failure at Chelsea. But thank God that Maresca came and he really didn't give up, and he went on. He kept on working hard. Now his hard work is paying off. Caicedo anchoring the midfield like he doesn't see anybody at his age. One of the best defensive midfielders you'd ever find in Premier League and Europe as a whole. One of the best. He can make tackles, he can make passes, he can win the balls, he can win possessions, he can win area duels. Despite the fact that the shot, every hand was on deck. Cole, at some point at the beginning of the season, he was fidgeting. He wasn't that a strong defender, but towards the end of the season, it was difficult. For 5 to 6, 7 matches at a go, no attacker dribbled past Cole as a defender, as a central defender. Those things are improvements you see when your team is being built on a young player. And the burden was somehow relieved off Kopama's shoulder. Because that was why people were saying, Kopama flopped this. No, he didn't really flop. He didn't actually flop. Honestly, he didn't. But it was like, he now saw that, okay, thank God that other people are leaving. I can now maybe, if I get an assist in a match, it's something. If I get a goal, it's something. Not in every single match, you expect him to create chances, you expect him to score, you expect him to give an assist, you expect him to defend. No. So, in the sum of all these things I'm saying, the team is still not yet what they want it to be, despite spending billions of pounds and euros in just the space of, let's say, 3 years. Now, they've known the detriment of all this money they were spending because they didn't really listen. Though I'm grateful because one of the expensive spendings got us Caicedo and Enzo today. We all know what happened when they wanted to sign for Chelsea, but thank God that they finally came to Chelsea. But now they are scared because FFP is on the look. Any careless spending, they will be sanctioned. The former Chelsea owner was sanctioned. That was why he had to sell Chelsea out of wedlock. So they don't want something like that to repeat itself again, because I can remember that period in time, Chelsea was sanctioned. They were banned from signing players, making signings, to even travel by air to go to away matches. It was really tough for them then. So now they are trying to come back to make things look not too suspicious, but it is too late. Now they are afraid to sign players that has high release clauses, very much high release clauses. Any player that is above 80 million pounds or euros, Chelsea are scared to approve those players because of it. And again, now they've projected this kind of salary schedule in the team that does not see that. I don't think any player in Chelsea currently is earning 300k per week, apart from James, that is almost 300k as a captain and also a player that has been living for the team for a long time now. So gradually they shipped out all these big boys that have been collecting big money in the team. That is why they didn't keep Sancho. I really felt so bad for Chelsea and for Sancho, because we all know that when he came to Chelsea, he became happy once again, because all the while he was at United, he was a shadow of himself, just like Anthony. Certain players, they don't need to be where they are because they will never find happiness. When he came to Chelsea, he was happy. Even when he was not delivering, he knew that at least people love him. People appreciate what he does. Look at him. He scored in the final. He made several contributions that gave us leverage and helped us be where we are today. So The only problem, the only reason they didn't sign Sancho or they didn't keep Sancho permanently was his salary. He's earning, I think, 250, right? He's earning something like 250 or yes, at United. And okay, his agents were like, okay, for the love we have for Chelsea and Sancho really wants to play for Chelsea, he don't want to go back to United. Give us 200 per week. We are giving you guys 50,000 pay cut. Chelsea board, they said no. And currently, they know that they are looking for a proper left winger, like a right-footed left winger. They have like 3 right wingers now. Pedro Neto and Madueke are already in the team. Now, Estavio Williams is coming. All right wingers, all left-footed. Sancho is the only capable and somehow experienced player that can play as a left winger. I was expecting Chelsea to keep him. No matter how much is 250k per week that you cannot give Sancho. When Sterling was in this team, he was earning 300 something. I think 315,000 per week. Thiago Silva, how much was he earning? 295. A lot of players were earning a lot of money at Chelsea, and they can pay these bills. We won Europa Conference League to qualify for Champions League. I know how much they are going to earn from all these things. So why would you not pay Sancho 250? Okay, pay him 200. He has taken a pay cut. Yet you are offering him 110, 120. What's that? 130 at his age. He has played football more than that level. And if I happen to be Sancho, I would have said that deal, because that's one of the reasons Osimhen didn't come last season. Because it was obvious that Osimhen wanted to come to Chelsea. He prioritized Chelsea above every other team. But at the end of the day, what happened? Chelsea was pricing as if they are selling fish. What's the meaning of all these things? As a big team, they claim they are. There are things you're supposed to do. Now you qualify for Champions League. It's not about qualifying. Do you have what it takes? I've been asking this question. Do you have what it takes to play Champions League? Do you have what it takes? We also what happened to Inter Milan in the finals. The way PSG dismantled their defenders, and they happen to have one of the best defense in Europe currently. So if you are not prepared, you are just going there to disgrace yourselves. Now Sancho is gone. We don't have. Mudryk has been having a drug issue. We do not have a left winger currently at the team. We do not have. Now, okay, who are the expected incoming left wingers? Nobody tangible. One Gittins, who I don't even know what the boy name be. We did Dortmund, 18 years old and 19 years old. All these boys, at least in every position, give us an already made player so that when the player is around, the team will say, okay, we can count on him. Now, the boy's release clause is even higher, very much high. His salary might be low, but his release clause is crazy at his age. For what? Rodrigo Goes wanted to leave Real Madrid, but I know that Chelsea will not want to look at his side. They don't want to even act as if Rodrigo is available. Ademola Lookman, we all know the issues he has been having at Atlanta with Gasperini, the current manager. He's up for sale. He can go to any team, especially any team that has Champions League football to play. Why can't you get those players? If you have one player in every position, you pay 250 to 300,000 pounds per week. You won't die. There's nothing will happen to you. These things are what you do to keep the team going. Look at Liverpool. A new manager came and won the Premier League. Why? In every position, every single department of the team, they have leaders. In the attack, Salah is there. In the midfield, McAllister is not a new player when it comes to experience and all that. Szoboszlai too. In defense, we have the likes of Andy Robertson and Van Dijk. You make the team very balanced. And we had squad depth, but it was really difficult to find the best players in those positions. I'm really feeling bad that Sancho is going back to United, because one, he's going to be treated very badly, because he was so overwhelmed when he was at Chelsea. Like, he was, thinking that at the end of the day, Chelsea will keep him. I know maybe he said some things or he made some posts that we are against United, but it is what it is. He still has a contract at United, he's still their player. So there's nothing they can do. But I just pray he will find a team that will accept him, maybe Dortmund or any other team, because it's not much indirect attacker, but there is something Sancho gives you in the team. There are certain dribbles he gives you, there are certain 1-2 passes he does with the striker. There are certain coil goals he scores, and you know that this guy is an individual. And I love what Maresca was doing sometimes in so many games. You bring him in as a sub. So when the defenders must have run a very long period of time, bring in Sancho that will be dribbling them front and back. They don't know what to do again, other than to just follow him back and forth. I just feel that Chelsea will bring a replacement for Sancho. I just feel. Already he has bid Chelsea farewell because his heart was heavy. He was crying. He didn't want to go, but there's nothing you can do. Nobody, no player is bigger than the team. Now, Chelsea wants to sign Mike Maignan from AC Milan. That's their goalkeeper. I'm very proud. I'm very happy for that. But I do not want to hear that salary is an issue. I don't want to hear it because we cannot continue with Sanchez. We are playing in Champions League. Mike Maignan has 4 errors leading to goals in 3 seasons. While just in 1 season, Sanchez has 5 errors leading to goals. 5 errors in a season. So is that the kind of goalkeeper I want to go and play with in Champions League? No, now. Barcelona will score 17 goals in just 1 match. PSG will score 20 in just 1 match with Sanchez in the post. So now, get down Maignan. There's nothing wrong with them getting an experienced player. He's still young. He's still in his early 20s, highest 26. Get him. Bright White, all these defenders you guys are going for, get them. Let this team balance, please. This thing, the midfield is okay. We have Andre Santos and he's back. Lavia, even if he's coming off injury and all that, Caicedo is always available. Enzo, this boy, they bought from Sporting Braga, he's there also. With Palmer up front. Do you get? I feel like the team is so much balanced in that midfield. We are balanced. That is what we want in every department of the team. We have a lot of right wingers. They are studied. Striker, they bought Liam Delap, Jackson, maybe as backup. If they can still get one more striker because they are still in the process of getting who can kick ball. If it works, fine and good. But we need a winger, a left winger. We need a left winger, and we need a central defender. When I mean a central defender, we are talking about a central defender like that, the likes of Thiago Silva. Defenders are, when they are in the team, you feel so very comfortable. When they are in the team, you say, oh, this we have someone there. Not defenders, when the opponents are coming to them, you are scared before the ball gets to them. So these things, it's not about asking about this player, it's about what do you want. That is why I love Guardiola. He knows what he wants. You cannot see Guardiola asking for players more than 2 or 3 times. If he goes there and feel like, okay, I want this player, he say how far you want him, yes, they go buy him. And if the player doesn't perform next season, he will sell him or loan him or keep him on the bench and buy another one. That is why he's progressing. You cannot be a good manager in a good team when you don't have players of your worth, players that can easily dispatch your duties. You can never prosper. That's one of the reasons, one of the things that affected Ancelotti this season. Yes, that's one of the things that affected Ancelotti, because when they felt like they had everything. They felt like it was only Mbappe, and Mbappe was a free signing. Madrid is the only thing that will come out and tell you that there is no more signings for us this summer, and it is done. Nothing. They are not doing any signings again. They will come out and tell you that we only need one player, and once they get the player, they are done. And you're facing them this season. Injury hits them. Everything scattered. No replacement. Even in the January transfer window, the manager allowed for them to. They said no. They went trophyless. Now Ancelotti is a manager at Brazil national team. He's still making his money and he's charging his duties. Xabi Alonso is coming. Who knows if the blunder could be fixed in a season? Who knows? I pray, because I love Manu so much. It's a team everybody that loves football and respects football with respect. So I do not wish that what happened in Madrid this past season will repeat itself in the coming season. Now, I think they have Club World Cup to play. Already they are making signings because I know they've learned from what happened to them. They've signed Alexander Arnold, they've signed Hoyinson from Bournemouth, and also they are trying to get a midfielder. Though they are asking for Chelsea's Enzo Fernandez, though Chelsea doesn't want to release him too, but we'll see how that happens. We'll see how that goes. You know, things like that. Every team needs to just know their balance, know their worth, do the right thing at the right time, so that when the season starts, there will be no more excuses. All right, this is all for today on the transfer so far.